An important ACC battle. Syracuse and Duke, each team playing its best basketball of the year, each riding a 3-game winning streak.
Of him in that zone everywhere he goes.
He's had 3 straight 20-point games for the first time in his career. Duke in white controlled the tip. And they go right to the rim for the dunk. Syracuse starting lineup. Joe Girard, the point guard, with Buddy Boeheim, Quincy Guerrier, Alan Griffin, and Marek Dolajai. And it's Dolajai with the Duke about a year ago in the Carrier Dome. Roach and Stewart, the freshman, with Hurt, Wendell Moore, and Williams, the starting 5. They try to get it to the rim to Williams again. Bing. Guerrier, the Canadian, couple of nice moves, but then missed with the left, and it's ripped down by the 7-footer, Mark Williams.
So long, and he made Guerrier finish that over the top of him.
And that does not include, of course, the 101 wins for Boeheim that the NCAA took away. Jeremy Roach, that's a 3.
And then closed out to shooters. 2 good closeouts to Buddy Boeheim.
Joe Girard, shot deflected by Williams and put up and in. Not only part of that 3-way tie for the team lead in scoring, but at 9.4 rebounds per game. He's second in the Big East behind Justin Champagnie of Pitt. DJ Stewart wide open.
Boy, a standstill jumper. Duke's been getting the ball into the middle. They kick it back out, and Stewart was wide open.
It's 16 straight games now with at least 1 3 for DJ Stewart. Dolajai.
And Mark Williams is open inside. Stewart with the jumper, but you know, it's sort of a narrative you hear, especially from coaches, when there's some sort of transfer or in the situation of an opt-out here, that somehow the team is better off without that. League of theirs is fired. They don't say, oh, well, the team's better off without that coach. You know, it's unnecessary. I felt it was wrong, and I said so.
Robert Braswell into the game with the Syracuse bucket. 13-8 lead for Duke. Nearly 5 minutes gone by. No fans here tonight, but Duke blasts that crowd noise as much as anybody. Matthew Hurt the bucket. And just all without him. And you know, I know you just said that's not the only reason, but do you think it's part of the reason that they might be playing better?
I mean, there may be a small aspect to that, but I find that an unnecessary.
Without Jalen Johnson, he did not want to go anywhere near Jim Boeheim's comments. They're very close friends. A miss by Alan Griffin, rescued by Braswell. He said, I'll let Jim's comments speak for themselves. But Jim Boeheim, he apologized, didn't really apologize.
But you know, there's no one that can convince me that those comments weren't made in order to be disparaging. You don't start out complimentary.
They play 7 men. Braswell's in there, good defensive player. Buddy Boeheim, who has shot well during this 3-game winning streak, missed that one. Williams, the catch at the rim and the dunk.
You have the duty to solve it. It's time.
Well past time indeed. Strong words from Coach K. Kara Lawson, the new women's coach, here also part of that rally back in August. Oh, and a bit of good fortune there.
And he's really improving and learning how to run a team. You know, Mike Krzyzewski had said that he had been learning in an off-Broadway setting, and he's really made a big improvement.
Freshman Kadari Richmond missed the fadeaway. Williams runs the floor.
And this is a difficult defense to go up against with just 1 day prep after Duke's Saturday night game against Virginia, especially with a young group of guards.
Another 3 by Stewart.
If he comes out the first pick in the NBA draft, just a stunning talent, so versatile. Got a switch. Williams on Girard.
A lot of dribbling, and then he takes a deep 3, kept alive by Dolajai.
Hit the rim.
Yeah, it did. The shot clock wasn't reset. The officials alertly just told the players to play on, and Richmond a strong drive.
Defender, Sean. I mean, he leads the nation in steals rate, which is the amount of steals he gets per minute played. Leads this Syracuse team in steals. He's long-armed and he's got a great anticipation for where the ball's going.
DJ Stewart, 13 per game. A Blue Devil has led the ACC in freshman scoring in 6 of the last 7 years, including the last 3.
Wow.
Boy, they are feeling it. A 3 from 5. Jim Boeheim was talking because they don't have a consistent scoring presence inside. And there's getting open 3-point shots, and that's been the case tonight. They're not getting anything open against this improved Duke defense. Dolajai fouled by Coleman. St. Louis, and now Duke and Syracuse back on. Dolajai missed the first free throw, made the second. Headband. Good defense by Syracuse there. That shot just did catch some rim as the shot clock expired. Kadari Richmond got the floor of the bucket. He has 6 of the 17 Syracuse points.
So he's going to be a really good player as he extends his shooting range, because defensively he is just excellent.
John Bolajak the miss. He hasn't shot very much all season long. Guerrier the offensive rebound. In fact, that's just the 4th field goal attempt of the year for John Bolajak, and that's a 3. It's the first Syracuse 3-point bucket of the night. 1 out of 6 for the Orange. And those are the steal numbers you've been mentioning. He is very active in that zone. A lot of Cuse fans would like to see him play more. His playing time has come up of late. He's a highly touted player, Jay, and I wondered, was he as good as the hype coming in? He looks like it now.
Well, he's not turning the ball over anymore. And, as a scoring point guard in high school, it was more about him having to put up a bunch of points. Now he's responsible for others. And Buddy Boeheim.
First 3 for Boeheim tonight. Duke playing exceptionally well on the offensive end. Buddy Boeheim in transition. Back-to-back threes for Buddy. He went 6 for 10 from 3 in that game to bring them back from a 20-point deficit. They're trying to come from 20-plus down again tonight. Boeheim feeling it, and there to drop it in was Richmond.
Offensively has been fantastic. They've really improved, I think, over the last 2-3 weeks. Their offense has been really good.
Mark Williams, the offensive rebound to number 17 in the country. And a chance for another marquee win as they take on 14th ranked Texas. You will be calling that game, the hardest working man in college basketball. Guerrier shot blocked. He got it back from Griffin. And Syracuse wants a goaltend in addition to the foul.
Minutes didn't score, didn't grab a rebound, largely because there's a lob threat and a rim protector.
Down to 2 minutes to go in the first half. Duke impressive of late and impressive again tonight. That's a 2 for DJ Stewart.
Up when the ball moves from one side to the other, a little guy has to block out Mark Williams. Long rebound. Williams is going to have a great chance to get.
Hurt, nice fake with the shot, drove to the bucket and got fouled.
Because they've been taking the ball out. The team's so comfortable playing against it. I mean, usually it's a rhythm disruptor, rhythm killer.
Braswell got away with the travel, which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
He's 8 out of 9 for the year now, 9 out of 10. From
right away, and that's what they did there. But the corners are open, and then I still think those lobs are available.
Roach, a nice little floater.
And this is what Duke expected out of this pair of freshman guards. Stewart and Roach, they've been excellent.
Kadari Richmond, the drive. And Duke and Syracuse never led in the first half. Roach the miss, the tip in by Brakefield. Chance for Richmond off the mark. 52 points in the half.
Fine.
Three Devils in double figures, 52 points in the half. Their most in any half this year. Griffin almost got stuck in the air. His younger brother will be a freshman at Duke next year. Highly recruited player, AJ. Alan Griffin, top 20 recruit.
Really nice move by Griffin. Just a little up fake, and Stewart flew right past him.
Matthew Hurt missed the three. Tipped by Stewart to Williams for the easy dunk. One-handed floater.
Boy, the last Syracuse possession, Guerrier was right in front of the basket, but Williams was just a wall in them. But if it were a shorter rebound, he would have gotten that.
Dari Richmond, the free throw shooter.
Orange have to get their hands active. See how their arms are down? And that makes it a lot easier to see through and deliver a pass.
Good defense there. Guerrier had his hands up, blocked the Roach three, and then dunks in transition.
And Syracuse leads the ACC in steals. One of the best steals teams, especially Richmond.
Stewart a miss, and Williams skies to flush it.
Just cannot get him blocked out. Behind that defense, such a threat.
12 points, one shy of his career high at 13 in their win at NC State. Of course, he played
off in a hurry.
He's working hard to get better at getting his own shot. Alan Griffin hoisted one. Williams knocked it away from Guerrier. Now Stewart in transition, fouled, and a chance for a three-point play. Game. It could very well
that they have it all figured out, but they're certainly improving and have improved throughout the course of the year. But earlier on, you know, Duke, they had some turnover issues. Boy, that was a quick inbounds. Duke was not let everybody get lined up.
Well, snooze you lose. It was Alan Griffin who was wide awake for the easy two.
You snooze, you lose.
Wendell Moore, the floater.
I think you've poked through
pokes. But part of it would have to be, you know, knowing what his responsibilities are. There's a three for Buddy Boeheim. You know, for example, you know,
his press this year is that effective. That looked like a little bit of a foul, but they didn't. He doesn't think it's that effective, but he has to try it here. They've got to do something different.
Dolajai rolled to the bucket, tried to dunk, and got hit by Hurt. Remarkable Kurt. This was earlier this year against Georgetown.
6'11", 7-foot guy in there, or somebody who's really wide.
Well, it really hurt them when they lost Barama Sidibe. There's a three. Hurt to push the lead back up to 18. Sidibe tried several times, but had knee problems and finally decided to call it a season. His knee just kept swelling. But he would have been a big help in the middle at his size, 200 pounds.
Griffin needed that shot to go. Duke was switching 1 through 4.
Wendell
after a made field goal. I mean, Syracuse gives up a layup after they score a bucket. I mean, Jim Boeheim cannot be pleased with that.
Buddy Boeheim got his own shot there and scored with the one-hander. His dad keeps the press on. Dolajai doing the best he can to deal with the much bigger Williams, and it wound up on the feet of Hurt.
Hurt wasn't the intended receiver, but that still goes as a an assist for him, doesn't it?
I would think so. Guerrier a three. Definitely a little more life in Syracuse. Have not made a three in this half.
Well, it's so tough for Syracuse on those rebounds. They just don't have a lot of size along the back line.
Now they've made a three, and it's Goldwire. Matches the most that they've had in an ACC game this season. Fourth time they've done it in conference play. Guerrier off the mark from three. It's like a second hop on the rim, which paved the way for the offensive rebound and score for Alan Griffin. The lob to Williams and a career high. Nice move by Richmond. Couldn't finish, nor could Guerrier. He looks tired as they run back to the defensive end.
It's an Earl, who I think has to be higher up in consideration for the National Defensive Player of the Year. There's not a front court player in the country who guards pick and roll better than Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
Joe Girard the foul, and embarrassing moment.
Well, I'm full of it. My life is full of it. Gaio Dosunmu was going to get Player of the Week that week, if I remember right.
So this is the make good. That Bird, Goldwire, and Williams.
And that middle wide open if somebody flashes in there. Good pass out.
Stewart, and there's Williams again. Adding to against North Carolina. Goldwire, another open three. Second he's made in this half from that spot.
He's knocked down 2 in this one. And they've been comfortable shots. No rush at all. And really, aside from some shots inside, Duke hasn't had many contested shots.
Buddy Boeheim, another drive. Quincy Guerrier, just 3 for 11 shooting. He does have 8 rebounds. Looked like Dolajai might have taken a couple steps before dribbling. Got away with that. Braswell. Tough luck on the 3 that popped out. Dolajai in the right place. Off a
Hurt at inside position, but still he was able to knock it away. Hurt was limping a little bit. I don't know. Twisted an ankle or something. Syracuse looks a little tired right now, don't they?
Yeah, I think they are. Second game in 3 days, and I think the press, a low number that they play anyway, is probably contributed to the fatigue, but that far down, if you're Jim Boeheim, you might as well try.
In standoff, where
are you going to get yourself in trouble?
You have 2 Canadians to say, after you. No, after you. No, I insist, after you. No,
they are nice. They're very nice people. Jim Boeheim told us he's as close a friend as I have in coaching, talking about Coach K. Of course, Jim, an assistant to Coach K on 3 U.S. Olympic gold medal winning teams.
Nice move by Dolajai.
Be well over 1,000. Get 1,078 as a matter of fact. The NCAA
regard, it's like you know, a punishment from a bad parent. You know, it's so stupid to vacate wins. Everybody knows who won.
Did you make your kids vacate wins?
I did. I made them vacate play dates. That play date never happened.
4.5 to go. Do we get to Texas Tech and Oklahoma State? I want to belabor this point. I guess it was the talk coming into this game. Those who think Duke is better.
And remember, Coach K had said, he told us, we were told before.
As I mentioned earlier, he said he didn't want to speak at all about Coach Boeheim's. And rebounds, his first career double-double, 9 out of 11 from the floor. He has been an emerging presence throughout the season, and never more than right now.
Try to block a shot, but they're not going to be physical because they wind up on the bench, and nobody wants that to happen. But in college, it's a lot different.
Buddy Dolajai, 13. All 5 of their starters average in double figures, but it doesn't become a problem. Although it does when they miss the front end of the 1-and-1. Now I should have just gone with the copy. Clemson, Wake Forest, NC State, Virginia, Florida State, Miami. All this Wednesday on ACC Network, buddy.
Recognized regular season champion and obviously a tournament champion with the automatic bid going to the tournament champion.
Final 30 seconds. Duke on the verge of its 4th straight win.
And this was never a ball game.
Nope.
Never a ball game.
On Syracuse very early and never looked back. Shooting clinic in the first half. Their longest win streak of the season for Duke. They won 3 in a row early on. And all that talk about Duke isn't going to make the NCAA tournament. That seems premature at